Hi guys and welcome back, and I cannot believe we're already into month 7 of this Gtechniq Suzuki Sways diary. The car's been sat outside for the best part of 2 weeks while I've been on holiday in New York, and it's absolutely covered in dust and a bit of bird poop here and there. I've had to wipe those off straight away, but they've probably been sat there 2 weeks. But yeah, today we're going to be giving it a really thorough clean. So we're going to be using the usual products from Gtechniq. As I mentioned in the last video, there was some new products announced at Waxstock, and I believe that is a ceramic wash, a tyre gel, and there's something else that has slipped my mind. Hopefully I'll be getting those soon for you guys and we can review those on this channel. Today, one product we've not really touched on properly yet is the G6 Perfect Glass. I have noticed that some of the glass work really does need giving it a good clean now, so we're going to be using that today. Touch on the interior, I might pull it on camera, I'm not quite sure yet, but anyway, it's 10 o'clock, it's Sunday, it's Father's Day, let's crack on with the detail. So onto the detail then, and those of you who are familiar to the channel should know by now that we always start off with the wheels. So I'm going to spray some all-purpose cleaner all over the tyres and then some dedicated wheel cleaner onto the alloys. I'm also going to give the arches a quick clean out today as well, because it has been a little while since they've been done. In fact, it was probably when it was down at Kelly's at KDS when we last cleaned the arches out. So they get a little bit of all-purpose cleaner, a stiff brush, and then a power wash out of there as well. Here I decided to try my hand at the double pump method, so I'm applying an all-purpose cleaner and wheel cleaner of the wheel at the same time, just because why not, have a little bit of fun I suppose. And then of course let's get in there and clean the alloys thoroughly and safely with some nice wheel woolies and some soft detailing brushes to get into the nooks and crannies of the alloys. So because it had been sat for a few weeks, and whilst I was on holiday, the car had gathered a lot of dust, pollen, bird poop, all sorts of stuff. So I used some W5 citrus all-purpose cleaner in this Marilex pump sprayer. It has been covered on this channel already in this series, but as a reminder, you can use this neat on heavy soiling and as far down as 10:1 for a bit of lighter dirt, and that's the dilution ratio I used today. On top of that, then I apply some W4 citrus foam. Again, that has been covered, and that's used at a 10:1 dilution. And that's just to help aid a little bit more of the dwell time of the all-purpose cleaner underneath, and the fact that the citrus foam has a little bit of cleaning power in it anyway. As you can see, it's quite a warm, sunny day, so I just wanted to keep the car as wet for as long as possible. Here then we've got some beading and sheeting shots, and this is after the snow foam was rinsed off. Just a heads up, I forgot to get some after the wash stage, but here you can see just from the pre-wash alone, the protection's still coming through nice and strong. So obviously, as you can imagine, it only gets better once you've actually thoroughly cleaned the paintwork as well. Speaking of which, then that leads on to the wash stage, and of course we're using G-Wash from Gtechniq. So once again, thanks to those guys, and we're using this just a couple of capfuls in a 20-litre bucket of water. There's roughly about 17-18 litres in there if you're paying attention and if that is what interests you. As always, start off with the windows first, work top down, and then, as I say quite often on this channel, just work methodically, whatever works best for you. So as I say, I like to do the windows, the bonnet, and the roof, and then I'll just work in a clockwise direction, starting from the top of the car, working down and down and down, and use a separate wash mitt for the sills, the lower parts of the bumpers, and all the grimy stuff close to the ground, really. And finally then, it's been a while since I gave the glasswork a nice deep clean, so we're going to be using the Gtechniq G6 Perfect Glass. Once again, thanks very much to Gtechniq for sending out these products and helping support the maintenance of this car. So the G6 Perfect Glass is a pure glass cleaner. It's focused on function. So rather than having the ingredients that can cause smearing, such as fragrances and cheap solvents, all of those have been skipped. It is simply a glass cleaning product with no unnecessary additives. G6 also helps create a positive charge on the glass, which will help to repel dust and keep your windows cleaner for much longer. You can also use this on the interior. There's plenty of doggy nose art from Jeff. It works absolutely great. And from what I can tell, it seems to be safe to use on window tints as well, which is something that always plays in the back of my mind. So once again, thanks very much to Gtechniq for supplying this, helping maintain this car and its appearance. Let's quickly wrap up this video, take a few looks at the after shots and get back into the garage. So there we go then, guys, just a very quick detail today. Then keep looking at the clouds. It looks like it's going to absolutely chuck it down. So just focused on washing the car and giving the windows a good clean. And as I said, we've been using the G6 Perfect Glass today, and yeah, really nice product, really nice and easy to use. Just need a couple of sprays, say for a window screen or half the window screen, 1 or 2 sprays, work it, buff it, nice and easy. Same on the side windows, just 1 spray, jobs are good. So you don't need a lot of product and it does the job really well. On the inside of the windows, I don't know if you could see that in the footage, there was a lot of doggy nose art from where I picked Jeff up from the kennels the other day. So yeah, this tackled all that with ease. So cracking product, and thanks once again to Gtechniq for sending these products out and help maintaining the Suzuki Sways over this year or so whilst I do this maintenance diary kind of little series, really. So I hope you've enjoyed this video then, and you're learning a little bit about each product from Gtechniq. As I said, they've got some new products which will be coming to the channel soon. It also gives a really good insight as to what to expect if you are looking at going down the Crystal Serum Ultra route, or even just the XO route. You can apply that on its own. In the upcoming videos, I will touch on those. I think we'll talk about those a little bit more. We did talk about those with Kelly Harris when I went down to KDS. I'll put a link to that up there now. So if you do want to learn a little bit more about ceramic coatings and what they do, then check that video out. But yeah, in the coming videos, we'll touch on that a little bit more. But anyway, until then, I hope you have a good one, have fun detailing, and we'll see you next time.